just you talked about having so many great moments, especially since you took over for Emma. I mean, where does this one rank? And just, your kind of approach at the plate, too, this weekend. You guys were fighting towards the end, and just kind of what does it say about the team? You guys were able to stick in a game like that and come out on top.
Honestly, for this team, I feel like we do a great job at finding a way to win the game. I feel like today we kind of were set back a little, but I think towards the end of the game we just knew that we had to do something to win, and I knew I had to do my job, and basically that was just to prove that we'll find a way no matter what, and we'll win any game or any challenges that come our way.
On defense, it's not often that you're going to catch 3 different pitchers, so you've got to you're used to catching them, obviously, but having all 3, kind of finding the different spots and stuff like that. Could you just talk about what that was like today when you're saying, the team wasn't at its best, they just found a way to make it happen?
Yeah, all of our pitching staff, they're great. And I feel like for me at practice, my main goal is to make sure that I'm alternating between the pitchers, so I have a sense of when I catch for them and just knowing them individually. So when it comes on the field, it doesn't make a difference for me because I know how they are as players and I know how they pitch individually. So just kind of finding the way to adapt to the different pitchers as they come in is kind of what I personally think about or do in that point.
You've had success the last several weeks, but you've been putting in the work. Going back to last year, you've put bat on ball a lot. You made contact. They're just not always falling.
Yeah.
Do you feel anything different now versus what you were doing before? I mean, your process is pretty much the same, but you're getting results that you weren't getting.
Yeah, I think for me, the difference is my mindset 100%. Kind of just trusting my skill and not letting small things get to my head and just overthinking about that. So I think the difference for me was trusting the process and kind of just, even if I didn't get the result I wanted, finding a way to learn from it and adjusting when I'm up to bat the next time and just doing something different and trying not to have the same habits every time.
You got called for the obstruction call at the plate. That plated their first run and gave them the opportunity to play the second run, but you guys responded really well on defense. Just what kind of goes into your mentality after a play like that, knowing that it was a really good play, just one obstruction call away from getting out of that inning? What kind of goes into moving forward and flushing that in the moment, knowing that you got the rest of the game ahead of you?
Yeah. For us, the coaches are really hard on just being able to have short-term memory. So even though in the moment my emotions were a little high because I felt like I got her out, just kind of being able to erase that and reset and just, focusing on the next out and not really dwelling on that and letting it go into the next hitter or the next out. Just kind of erasing that and like I said, short-term memory and just focusing on the next hitter and getting the next out so we can get out of the inning quick.